Hot topic. It says defendants in court claim that Big Jook put 100K on Dolph head. Do you think they just snitching on dude because he not living no more, or do you think there's is some truth to it?
Um, it's no purpose to snitch on him when he's not living, because you can't make a plea deal without a defendant. You know what I
Sometimes you
mean?
can. There's some people that made plea deals against somebody that was you were in a situation with Ti where he said he snitched on. They said if you said the gun was your cousin's, even though his cousin had died, if you said the gun was your cousin, it'll take you off the charges.
Yeah, in
And he
that
did
case,
it
and
and exonerated him.
but he didn't necessarily get more years. There's nobody. Hey, that was his gun. There's
Yeah.
nobody to say, hey, that wasn't my gun. So
Right,
that was
right,
the
right.
best
That's true.
play for him legally and
Yeah.
all kind of things. But when you're got a murder rap and you want, unless they want to know where their body is or
Yeah.
where the money is, they don't have any leverage to help you.
Mm.
So they don't want to help you. They don't get anything out of him confessing and saying that another person paid him to do it. It gives them a more complete picture. But and then it's like when you are low budget hitman or just cashing in on a bounty,
I
you
don't think they ever
gotta
got it.
make
That's what's crazy.
sure, you know what I mean. This person is credible, and you got to do what it takes when they don't pay you your money.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a sad thing. Killing begets more killing. You kill the person, you gonna get paid. Then you kill the person that's supposed to pay you. Then you just keep killing people. Um, it's hard to be a broke hitman.
Yeah. I think one of the angles I want to talk about is when you're calling people out. I don't know if they both were streets. I know Yo Gotti. I think he was actually in the streets, stuff like that. But he kept calling his name out. He kept going at him. You know what I'm saying? For clout or whatever. And I think kids got to understand this, man. Sometimes, man, some dudes you just can't. You guys got to leave them alone. It ain't worth the cost. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't worth it. Calling people name out, keep going at them. You know what I'm saying? Talking crazy on the wax. Sometimes people take this serious, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Who knows what
Especially in
really
a place
happened?
like
Memphis is
Memphis,
crazy, boy.
and you gotta and you in the area, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
You can't keep doing that. There's not like East Coast West Coast stuff where I live in New York, you live in California, and we talking
yeah,
crazy to each other. We're in the same city. Um, I like rivalries and stuff like that. Like McClellan don't like Mills, Central don't like
yeah,
Hall, and things like that. But if you see those guys now, everybody's in their 20s, 40s, sometimes in their 50s.
yeah.
I didn't like you in high school, but you know what I mean. We'll crack jokes on each other, but we're trying not trying to kill each other. These
Right.
are men, black men, millionaires, successful, have their life ahead
Yep.
of them, and then for some money, for you know what, for the promise of some money,
Boy.
you're going to get life in prison. Maybe not the death penalty, be, because of the promise. Somebody promised you something that they didn't
Boy.
show you, and now you got a murder on your hands. You're
Man.
going to jail and no money. Um,
Man. 100K
Kids
is a
learn a
lot of money.
lesson.
That's almost let me tell y'all something. 100K on your head is like, you remember if you watch John Wick, was it John Wick 2 when they put the bounty on him, the
Yeah.
$1 million bounty on him? Everybody going at him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was trying to take him out. That's like the equivalent. Like you got to be careful out here in these streets, man. Like
And I think
sometimes,
this is a good point to make too. You hear a lot of rappers or a lot of kind of maybe fake gangsters um,
yeah,
say,
studio
"Hey,
gangsters.
I got a bounty on somebody's head. I'll put 100 racks on
Man,
his head. I'll put 50. I'll put
yeah,
500 on his head." Are they really paying these things? Are these bounties really getting paid off? Or you gonna kill somebody and then not get your money. You know what I
right.
mean? Like,
Or do you
where
take
my
a
money at?
deposit? Yeah,
It
do you
ain't
take a
no cut.
deposit?
it ain't no customer service or return policy on a hit. You know what I mean, like that. So
Mm-mm.
you gotta make sure it's a credible source. And on the fictional movie, John Wick, the people that put out the bounty, they're known for paying out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you definitely know your money is there when you complete the job. With these
I guess
people,
what
they
I'm
just
saying is,
said it because
if
it
he put
sounds
it out
good.
in the streets, I guess what I'm saying is, if he put it out in the streets for anybody, sometimes some people do that. They'll put it
Yeah,
out in the streets that anybody, it's like a known thing in the streets. Like the
yeah,
regular
but see,
general
no, but
public
see,
don't know nothing about it.
you know,
Yeah.
and that's the falsehood on that. It's in the
Yes.
street.
100%.
I
Yes,
said,
in the street.
Big John
Boy,
said, I'm gonna give
it's a
you
lot of
this
stuff
or
in the
that.
streets. Yeah.
But is that can you really pay that? Are you gonna pay that? Have you paid that before? So
Yeah, 100K is a
in
lot of money to have at one time in cash. That's a lot of that's a lot of
so I
money.
mean, I seen Yo
100K.
Gotti
That's
with a lot of money, like
yeah,
actually, physically on
yeah.
his person. But you got to realize that if you don't have enough respect in the streets to go get your money, like you kill dude, but you can't really
You
stand up
can't
for
cash
yourself
in.
enough
You can't cash in
uh,
on it. Yeah,
to cash in on it. You got to look at who
yeah.
putting this out. You know what I mean? You doing
And
somebody
dudes
else
just say
dirty work
anything to get off
potentially for
too.
free. Exactly.
Yeah, dudes just say anything to get off too. They'll try to say anything they can to get off, and they not getting off. They're done. They're not getting off. It's not gonna
I
happen.
I have never seen like I heard of telling on people, but on telling on yourself, who is that? Oh yeah, that's me right there. That's me right there with the Draco. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Ah,
You know what I mean?
man, that's Bozo. I don't know who they. That's Bozo the Clan. They had on masks too.
Man,
Didn't they have on masks, right?
my
Didn't they have
mama
on
couldn't
masks?
identify me. Your mama said that's you.
Boy,
No, that's not me.
that
That's the
ain't
one
me.
horn man. But
Well,
when they
it's
really
hard for us because you 6'2", I'm 6'5". That's it's hard for us to do. But if you average height though, yeah, you probably like nah.
uh, and then you're like you're facing those bars, and the way he described the events taking this
Yeah,
man's life, he it was like he was describing a basketball game. Matter of fact, I think he would have
yeah.
been more
Play
excited
by
or
play.
animated
He
or
doing a play by
emotional.
play. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was at the house, man. I made me a little ham sandwich, man. You know what I'm saying? Put some Miracle Whip on it, cause a sandwich ain't a sandwich without Miracle Whip. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? We hopped in the car, you know what I'm saying, load the Dracos up. Had to make sure I had the right ones, you know what I'm saying, in there, you know what I'm saying?
And he was very detailed on in what he was doing
Yeah.
about even retelling the story. And you got to think about how long ago that actually happened.
Boy.
My condolences to the family who are having to
Rest in
go
peace to
through
both of
this.
them, because both of them are deceased. Big
Yeah,
Jook got killed at a funeral. Yeah, he got killed at a funeral, you know what I'm saying?
and you got to think about stuff like that. It's one day, um, and it changed everybody's lives like that.
Mm-hmm.
His children um, and things like that is just so
And it just
sad.
makes
And
you
then,
ask, was it worth it to do the beef on wax? Was it worth it?
and
You
I
know what I'm
I
saying?
want to say one more thing about that, but I think a lot of people don't like stuff going on social media or in the public to see this, but I think it teaches a more valuable lesson when the
Yes.
public can see, children
Yes.
can see, the
Yes.
little the youth, you know what I mean, 17,
Yes.
18, 19, 20s, young adults can see, hey,
Yes.
the same dude running with the Draco will be on the stand testifying
Yeah.
against himself and others.
Yes.
The same dude that you thought was an OG, that was a shooter,
Yeah.
will be testifying. Um, this is what it looks how it looks when a man you take a man from his family. This
Right.
is how painful it looks. This is how the family has to relive things like this. Your family, the victim's family, and the perpetrator's family. I
Yep.
think it's sad that we have to see and the family has to go through this publicly, but
Yeah.
the lesson it can teach all of these people. These are real people. This is
Yeah.
a man who
100%.
had a future. He had a
Yeah.
family, trying to make a positive impact in his city. You know what I mean? So I think this
The
is
question
really a
is,
teachable moment.
do you think he had the choice to stop Dolph just saying his name at all, or you think he had to keep going?
I think you stand up for yourself on the most part. You know what I mean, and you know what I mean. It's art. Uh, I think Kendrick Lamar could have stopped at one song, maybe two. You know what I
Man,
mean?
that's
Maybe,
two totally different situations, man.
but when exactly. So you think it's just beef? We're just talking, but they're in the same city. Memphis is different.
Yes, yes.
You
Yo
gotta kind
Gotti
of,
is different. Yo Gotti's different.
and you gotta stop and figure like, hey man, not even maybe the kings won't take it too serious, but it's a lot of soldiers trying to
Right,
um make their rep, you know what I mean, be made whole on this.
right.
So you
Yeah,
gotta watch this stuff. Um,
yeah. Man.
you
Watch
know what I
out in
mean?
those
A
streets,